I
Yeah,
don't need the server URL in the software, do
nope, it should auto-populate.
I? And the stream key looked right. That's in OBS.
It's live now. Well,
Yep,
no.
it's
Oh,
live now. It just started. I'm showing about 15 seconds into it.
yeah. I see, and I have audio. No video yet, just the splash.
Yeah, that's because I hadn't turned it on. It should be
Sure.
coming up. But I
There's
got
some more.
such a. It takes such a long time on my end for it to come up. In fact, it's not even. It's showing. What? I'm showing live, but it's not giving me a picture. Oh,
It's working for me just fine.
hang on. I got to refresh the damn thing. I forgot about that. All right, now it's working. I had to refresh.
Got to tighten the nut behind the wheel, right?
Yeah. Well, Dave, BNSF, he's here. How you doing? We're doing a test run, Dave, so let us know how it sounds and looks to you. I got a whole new setup here. Just trying to get all the software and everything set up and get it going right. Trying to get online. Yeah, it's only showing, Andy, on the CPU. I'm 11.5%.
Yeah, you're fine.
So it's not hitting the CPU that hard right now.
Well, Martin, our Australian contingency is in now too.
Yeah, well, if I can reach that far, I guess I'm doing pretty good, huh?
Yep, you pretty much got it.
Well, Dave, Marty, let me know how it sounds and looks. So I'm trying to get the audio and everything set up right so I don't blow people away. Let me know if the audio's too loud on your end or what. I'm trying to get all that set up and get it going. Yeah, electrons are reaching the end of the world, Marty said. Okay. Now tell me, what do the electrons look like and sound like? Are they too loud or what? Especially when Andy talks.
Yeah, if they could make it all the way over there, whatever stringing can arrangement they've drug under the Indian Ocean or something, we're probably okay.
How about you saying something, Ralph? So, yeah.
What would you like me to say? I can say anything you want.
Well, you
Your
probably.
default, just give me
Is
a hard
that
time about whatever I said last.
is that Marty Jenkins you're talking to?
Yeah.
Wow. How come he's on the live stream? He's not here.
Yeah, he's working. That's why.
Good point.
Yeah. Kyle's
Good point.
Chelsea's here now.
You're going to have a full viewership here in a minute, Johnny.
Yeah, really. Just for a test stream. That's fine. I got 4 people watching. Just to let everybody know we're doing a test here to make sure I got everything working for tomorrow night's show.
So Johnny's not going to turn his computer off between now and tomorrow's show because he don't want to screw anything up.
Yeah.
That's right. Not God, the echo is so annoying in my ear. But yeah, he doesn't want to curse himself, so he probably won't wash his underwear either. Is that what hockey players do?
Football, hockey.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, Marty said Ralph's audio sounds funny. Oh, that's his accent. LOL. A. You can't say we don't have fun here.
This is true.
Good thing we like each other.
Sometimes.
So, Andy, Microsoft, when are they going to start, or have they already started restricting third-party software?
Well, I mean, everybody's headed in that direction, but Microsoft, I don't think Microsoft ever will.
Yeah,
But
well, they have.
well, they have in
Jim Scores from NCE, the owner of NCE.
yes, of course.
He has a $1,500 program that he cannot use. He cannot use Corel Draw anymore because
Okay.
it requires a rental license. And the software that he uses to run his business doesn't work anymore. He spent all weekend redoing all his books on a new computer.
Yeah, I bet. Okay, so there's some consequences, like things like Microsoft Buddy, for example. That is a Microsoft product. It's no longer supported, but also no longer supported on newer versions of Windows. That's a pain, and that's mostly a software vendor problem, not an operating system problem. But if the software vendor is not staying up to date with the operating system and patches, which admittedly is getting to be quite hard, Microsoft's solution was to create the Microsoft Store, just like Apple, like everybody else. If you put your stuff in the store and meet the standards, it will always work. But that's impossible for sophisticated software, like DCC control software that talks to hardware. And the real problem is stuff that talks to hardware has to have certificate-based hardware drivers, and that's tricky. What would it cost money? You got to pay Microsoft or pay service for that. So it's getting to be hard. Honestly, if you really want the most, that's one of the reasons that I think the best thing happening for railroad control is just running it on Raspberry Pi on Linux, because you're never going to run into any challenge. You can run anything without any significant complexity, custom software, etc. So, I mean, I'm building my own piece of software, and I'm building it around Linux, but I'm wrapping that up completely so the end user never sees the Linux operating system, which is just like Android. I mean, if anybody runs Android on their phone, that's Linux wrapped up. Microsoft is a pain. Apple went to that quite a few years ago under a lot of condemnation from the Apple community, but it has been quite a bit. It has been quite successful. You can still run third-party Apple software though.
All right. Well, looks like it tapped 12 on the CPU once, but it's staying between 9 and 11, so I'll be doing pretty good there.
Yep, you should be fine.
Hi, John. Just to let you know what's going on. We hadn't gone crazy.
Well,
just doing a test run here I've got everything reloaded on new computer, trying to get all the software set up, getting audio and everything set, so tomorrow night I won't be blowing everybody's ears off, making sure everything works. I'm fixing to turn it off here in a minute.
Just as everybody's starting to come in. Jeff, Jesse.
Well, hey, I mean, we can leave it on for a few minutes. JC's rep track just come in. How you doing, JC?
Everybody's like, Johnny, you're a night early.
Yeah, Jeff just came in. Hey, I'm up to 7 people, and it's 12:30 at night. We're in the same day as Marty is now. What day is that? Thursday, yeah.
Briefly, right? Yeah, finally we caught up.
Well, then technically we're not a day early. We're just a few hours early.
Yeah. Oh, if I'd known that, John, I wouldn't have said what I said just to mess with you. He said, "Oh, good. I thought I missed today."
We're all too old to be missing days anymore.
Yeah, no kidding. We may forget what day it is, but
that's a luxury of being retired, Ralph. I'm envious.
Oh, I wouldn't be. John won't let me miss tomorrow. He'd be calling me. You supposed to be over here at my house? Okay, John, give me 45 minutes. I'll get there.
So once a week, you have to get caught up with what day it is.
Yeah. Yeah, Maury says 2:28 p.m. Thursday. 2:30. Yeah, he's 2 hours one day.
JC's still there. Should come into the room.
John's still on Wednesday, so give me just a minute, John. Let me look up the lottery numbers for you for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Split that or something.
Yeah, JC, Ralph said, come on in here on the panel. Of course, I didn't post this, so all you got to do is go to appear.in/Small Railroading Live.
And this is the room we're in, like, well,
This is our
I'm not in
nightly.
every night, but sometimes I go for long periods of time that I'm in every night. Then I get busy for a while. But there's just about always somebody here every evening.
Yeah, this is our regular nightly chat room.
Yeah, like Tom's almost always in here. I'm in here quite a bit.
I am too. I try to be. There's weeks
Yeah.
that are busier than others, and I don't get to commit as much as I'd like. But if I'm in my trade room, odds are I'm on here. Sometimes I'll get into some big knockdown project like put my backdrops up, and I didn't get in here much.
Well, let's see if this will work, Andy. I'm not sure. We'll do the copy link
Yeah.
and see if I can put it in the chat over here on the stream. Ah, it worked. Okay.
Yeah, Dave, crash day. I can't forget that. My wife's not going to let me forget that. That was today for me. So my weekly duty is done.
Hi, JC. That's the link right there in the chat for you. I don't know if you click on it there, if it'll bring you directly in, but if anything, copy it and put it in the URL, and that should bring you straight in on our nightly chat panel.
Should just be able to click it.
He's been here before. He should have bookmarked it.
Yeah.
You been in the new room?
Which I do have the old room. If you go to the old
There he
room,
is. He's been here
I'm in.
before. He should.
All right, let's see if we can.
yeah.
You been in the new room?
Which I do have the old room. If you go to the old
Here
room,
he is. He's been here. I'm in. I'm in. All right, let's see if we can. All right, now I've got to actually mute the other one. So
Yeah.
the old room. If you go, or just pause the video and the chat will continue to run. So you can still, like, I've still got the chat open. That's what I do. And a lot of times I'll pop the chat out. So
yeah, actually, popping the chat out is probably a good idea here. Let me just.
I drag it to one side, the video to the other sometimes.
Yeah.
Or
Now that you're in here, JC, go ahead and just bookmark this. And if
All
you
right.
get bored on a night, you can always pop in here and join the nightly chat.
All
yeah,
right.
if I'm not around, aggravate Ralph on my behalf.
All right. So bookmarks in. So no, I was just doing some the rust streaking on a couple of N-scale locomotives, but I actually have something that I have to open. It's another commission that has just arrived, and I need to go get a sharper knife to open this thing up. So, pardon me.
Dave, the echo should quit now because he muted the other room he was in, or the live show. He muted that, so we should be getting the feedback. And while you're doing that, JC, all you got to do is to get to the live show now. It's just where it says Small Railroading Live in the link.
Mm-hmm.
Just take that out and type in MRL-live. And that'll put you on the panel for the live show.
Okay. All right. So all right. Yeah, because the link that I've got says appear.in model railroading live.
Right.
Okay.
Which is our nightly chat line.
Got it. Okay.
But to go into the live that he does on Thursday night, or that he's got streaming now, it's MRL Live.
No, MRL dash live.
Yes, pardon me.
dash live. Okay.
Buddy, I'll have to wait till tomorrow night to do that one and bookmark it, because we're in the nightly room tonight. In the live room, I keep it locked up.
Okay. Not a worry. Now, my daughter is a performance. She's in been doing a drama camp all week, and the performance is tomorrow night. So whether I can make it or not, we'll see. I mean,
all right. Well, we won't hold it against you this week.
Yeah, but I do appreciate the invite or the invite to be part of it.
Well, I mean, you can come in anytime. I mean, we don't charge. I mean, Ralph might try to, or Andy, but you know.
Well, Andy might. He's one pays for all this. So.
Somebody has to do it.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. There we go.
Yeah, Dave said mail call here, Broadway Limited, cryogenic tank cars.
All right.
I love BLI hardware. I don't love their decoders, the decoders that they choose to use. And I hate that we buy $500-600 locomotives, because I've got a couple of them now. They end up having to go $100 on an ESU decoder and do a bunch of custom work to get it right.
Just wait, Andy. Scale Train is getting ready to start making a steam engine. So.
Yeah, I have a hard time thinking they're going to make something right away that I'm going to want to use probably. BLI has locked down the Norfolk and Western big locomotives. All but one. There's one big locomotive that somebody needs to make for the NW, but I highly doubt anybody does.
Ralph, you got something there for show and tell.
Yeah, for you, to show you.
Okay. Very nice. I love it.
That must be JC's.
That's Tom's.
Oh, Tom.
That's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see it running around on Tom's layout.
Yeah.
I have 5 of them to do.
Wow. Well, this one here is the new commission that just arrived, and so I'll be working on that for the next little while. And an S4, but he sent me all kinds of additional things, like got some brass parts here. Let's see what we've got. We've got some brass bits and and not that you can see them, the decals. This is to be a locomotive that is serving a. It's to be serving a steel mill.
Okay.
So.
That's an illustrious group of modelers. The steel mill guys are intense.
Have you
group of guys.
have you been using your oil brushers?
Oh yeah. As a matter of fact, like I'm getting more soon. I total convert on them. I was using just using standard rust paint from the Abteilung tubes tonight, because I don't have rust codes in the oil brushes yet. But frankly, I need to be using some better brushes with the oil paints that I have, because there were some precision applications that the brush that I was doing for that just wasn't quite up to snuff. But you know, I mean, I manage, but the setup time with the oil brushes is so much faster.
Well, I've been using them now for about 2 years.
Yeah.
And I've also got a full collection of the 502s as well.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say the name, so I just call them 502s.
Yeah.
Wait till you get to the 505.
But anyway, but yeah, the 502s are probably the best way to do it. But so now Ralph, do you have a complete set of all the oil brushers in all the colors now?
No, I only have that many.
Okay.
There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12.
Okay. Okay. So.
And I don't know why I don't know why I have blue and green, but I do. But most of the colors are all earth tones and white and black.
The blue and the green would be good for verdigris. You know, for doing you know, copper corrosion and the like. So, but as I mentioned on the in last week's review, the two sets that I have are the Starship colors, because it's black, white, and Starship filth, and the light fading set, because those, you know, really light earth tones. But
you say Starship yellow?
Starship filth.
Oh, okay. Because I have the wash, Starship wash.
Yeah. But I have Starship filth in the 502s, and I have
Really?
yeah. So I mean, Starship filth in the 502 is the one that that's where I discovered that color. I love it.
I shouldn't be surprised, because all of Mick's colors are made from those oil tubes.
Yes. So but it's just like the setup time is so much quicker. Now, do you like? There's one of the things that I did while I was trying them out is I simply used the brush inside the tube as a transfer brush to put it down on a pallet, and then used a different brush to do a dry brush technique.
What are you calling a dry brush technique? Because once you're putting these oils on, it's not a dry brush anymore.
No, I know. Basically, or sometimes it's called sometimes.
I mean, to blend it in.
Well, in this case, what I did is I took the oil brusher out, because I needed to do sort of a partway between. Well, I use the medium gray and then lightened it with the white on a palette. And then I took the brush, mixed it on, and then brushed most of it off, and then on the model, and then let it sit for about 15 minutes, and then came back with a completely dry brush and blended it in, because I mean, dry brushing is something that gamers often use to do things like fur and the like, but it always has kind of a grainy texture to it. But doing it with the oil is much smoother.
Well, it's because the pigment is smaller.
Yeah.
It's finer.
Yeah.
And mixes actively on the surface, since it sets up so slowly.
Mm-hmm.
We have one guy that's on here, usually, another Canadian, and he doesn't understand why I use the expensive paints.
Yes.
And like I said to him, I've gone through the whole thing. I've gone from the cheap paints all the way through, and this is the one that I have the most reliability with.
Yeah.
And it's usually the Winsor Newton ones that I've been using until these 502s came along.
Yeah.
Actually, my boss at the hobby store, when it was open, is the one that introduced me to them, because he's a military guy.
Yeah.
But they're just easier to use.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not an artist. I'm far from an artist. I'm an engineer. But I'm quite comfortable with the oil paints. But I know I can't do anything with the acrylics. I tried. I couldn't get anywhere with it.
Now, is the 502 still a Winsor Newton, or who makes that?
It's. Go ahead, John. You tell them the name of the company.
Well, the Abteilung 502 is how you.
Abteilung.
Yeah.
You got to say it with a German accent.
I've got a German guy.
Sorry, I have an Italian accent. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and mine is a thoroughly Western Canadian, and if I have ancestry, it's Scotland. So.
I've got a German guy who works for me. He spent most of his life in Germany.
Oh man, you say decals. You're from your own place.
Yeah. but anyway, the right now I think like original I can't right now the Abteilung oils is distributed by AK Interactive, and I think that they're maybe made by AK Interactive. I'm not.
Actually, all of AK's colors come from there. Abtalung is a private company.
Okay. Because I think at one point they were actually attached to make Productions as well, but they've managed to kind of reclaim that brand, because the ones
all has to do with Mig's wife. It
Yep.
all has to do with Mig's wife.
Yep, I believe it, because
When she took his company, the AK,
Mhm.
that's what did it.
Yep. Well, I have like the Abtalung 502s that I have downstairs still have MIG Productions in small print on the tubes. So and they're about 10 years old, I think, is the tubes that I'm working with.
Yeah, this does have MIG on it.
Yep.
Powered by MIG.
Mm-hmm.
So he may have instigated it.
Yeah,
and they've gone on their own.
Yeah. Either way, they're great. They're great products. So,
Andy, you know what the Winsor Newtons are like. They're nice, fine grain pigment in them. This stuff is even finer.
Wow. Winsor Newton, I've tried several good artist acrylics, and I've got several good artist acrylics that I like for scenery work. It's not for any kind of weathering or anything, but
we're talking oil. We're talking oil, buddy.
Right, absolutely. But Winsor Newton is so
get your tongue right.
But even the fine acrylics that have a very fine particulate quality to them is nothing compared to the oils, to the Winsor Newtons.
So, like I said, I've tried them all. In my original oil paints I had from doing architecture and all of that, but I stole a bunch of tubes from my wife, and I put her onto Winsor Newton. She had Grumbecker, another German one, but it was grainy. As soon as you added thinner to it to make a wash, you could actually see it come apart.
Okay.
Because it was so grainy.
Right.
So it may be one of those that you'd have to use a particular solvent with too. Some of those do require some particular solvent. Grumbucker may favor in different spirits.
Now these ones are not a weathering commission. These are from my own layout. So.
And what are they?
Tank
cars.
Tank cars. So, and they're all Athern, but
what are they hauling? What are they
These ones are ethanol. So these are ethanol tanks. And
yeah, so we do a little fuel staining down the sides of it. There'll be a little fuel staining from the loading.
Yep. And then I've got these white ones here.
Are those chlorine cars?
It says 20K GS.
It's probably sulfur, whatever. What the hell's it called? I had 3 of those in a box.
Yeah, and I've got,
is that the one that white streaks so much down the sides of them?
I put yellow streaks.
Yeah, I love that. Man, I love that effect.
All right, Dave, we'll catch you later. Appreciate you popping in.
So,
just to let everybody know real quick, I was doing a test. This is not a regular show, but I'm using the nightly chat to test out the software. I just put on a brand new machine, trying to get everything set up so that when I do the show tomorrow night, I don't come in blowing everybody's ears off. It's always fun once you got to reload everything, then have to go through and reset it all. And for me, I was glad Andy was here because I couldn't get the damn thing to start up. He told me I had the wrong switch, ignition key.
And do you know how we're always talking about the price of things nowadays?
Yeah, I love that debate.
Okay, so I went to the hobby shop on Thursday or Friday. I can't remember which day it was. Bought 3 vehicles. Cost me $80.
Yeah, gosh.
Shoot.
Hey, you can't even get them online cheap either.
Well,
No.
there are a few. There's a resin kit manufacturer, Selvin bottles. You can buy a lot of vehicles from Selvin bottles, and you've got to build them up. But
They're all resin cast.
that's right. They're resin cast kits. They do so. Like I've said before, you have it's the old adage: cheap, fast, and good. You can have either two of those, but not all three. So if you want good, especially good and fast, the ready to run good stuff is expensive. You know, the
Yep.
ready to roll, high quality, scale trains, etc. That's $1. You can have good and cheap because you can buy resin, either vehicles or rolling stock, but it's not fast.
I kind of expected this one to be expensive.
That's nice. Yeah,
The Ford, it's got the cherry picker on it,
Yeah, man.
but it's a company called River Point.
Oh yeah,
And actually, the detail on it's quite good.
yeah. They're
That's $33.
yeah. That's top.
And then
of the line.
there's Scene Master.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's Walford's scary, but
they're pretty good too. I like Seabaster stuff.
That's $25.
yep.
I've got a couple that I put, $16, $18 into US.
And then basically the same truck, but only because it's got UPS on it, it's another $10 more.
Yeah. Pay for that license.
licensing, yeah. Yeah, it's not cheap. But like I say, you could buy the resin kits and trade labor for money, but you got to have the free time to do all that. Or you could sacrifice quality and buy some. The only thing I think suffers in this hobby is that there's not a whole lot of cheap and fast stuff available because the hobby is headed toward one of two ends: either the craftsman stuff that is slow and labor intensive, but not extraordinarily expensive. Like you could buy a Finero Cavalengo kit for $15, some grabs, a little bit of paint, a couple of decals or decals for the Canadians, and you're good to go. And you have a spectacular car for sub $20. But you're going to put 10, 12, 14 hours into building it.
There's a difference in price though between U.S. and Canada. Big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
30%.
Even with the exchange rate factored in. Ralph, I thought you might appreciate this. I've got a couple of scale model projects that I kind of have on the go. This past Friday, I buried someone in my congregation who World War II veteran, although he never saw combat, but he trained in one of these.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
They used to make those in Fort Erie.
Yeah, and so he was born in even though he trained on these in Medicine Hat, he actually was born in Penhold, and curiously enough, the decal set here, that's actually Penhold. And so when I told his daughter that I was going to try to do the decals for Medicine Hat, but I told her the Penhold, she said no, do the Penhold ones. And so I'm going to build this, and it's going to live in my office at the church. So,
Excellent.
Yeah, I had another veteran died a couple years ago, and I'm doing his wife's funeral this coming Saturday or Friday, and then Saturday. We got a lot of funerals right now. But he was taken prisoner on the shores of Dieppe, and he actually he was a tank driver, and so he was actually driving the Mark III Churchills. And so I'm also thinking of getting their AFV Club. I think puts out a Churchill tank that I was thinking that I would try and.
They're not cheap.
No, I know. They're 70 odd dollars at least US, but I'm going to keep my eye out for one. I don't know if the local shop here would carry it, but I'll go check them out.
Well, if they don't carry it, they can always order it, probably.
Oh yeah, but it's a matter of aircraft models are normally not my thing. I mean, I'm actually more comfortable even with tanks than I am with with things like this. But at the same time, the challenge I think for something like this is I think it's going to be really quite good.
When I've watched a lot of YouTube on a lot of the aircraft modelers, and every group of modelers has some technique down. And the black basic and the line and the panel detail stuff that the aircraft guys have got, most of the guys I see are doing better panel detail, black basic and line detail and differentiation and metal work than even the tank guys. Now, the tank guys have got weathering and mud and stuff down to a fine art. But everybody has their little thing that they're just spectacular at. The aircraft guys, gosh, they got some of that panel work down to.
And really, that's one of the reasons why with this particular kit is to say, okay, I want to go into that to see really what the aircraft guys are doing, to see, okay, what can we then take into, Ralph, you do this all the time, but to be able to say, okay, hone that skill set a little bit and take it into model railroading and saying, exactly that, like, the mud from the tank guys, the panel lines from the aircraft guys. What are the?
But see, the difference there is, and the only way you're going to get that into our hobby is if you're painting from scratch, like you're painting from an undecorated model.
True, that is true.
Because if you're going to take a model that's already pre-manufactured with decals on it or whatever. You can't do those panel lines, the dark lines, and then paint over with the color because the color's already on there. So what you're doing is adding your weathering on top.
I think I've basically decided that after I get the layout up to an operating station, I've got enough cars now to run the layout when I initially get it operational here in the next months or year. And then after that, I'm going to seriously focus on resin rolling stock that I can build up from the ground up, can paint from the ground up, so I can get them to a level that I want to get them to. Because no matter how highly detailed from an individual part detail, some of the kits are out there these days. There's one, not enough stuff in my era, and two, I'm not as happy with the end results of the paint and color that I could get if I painted myself.
Yeah. And so what era are you doing?
April 1950. So April, May, whatever.
At 10 o'clock in the morning.
No, it's about a month window, give or take. Listen, everybody has about a month window either way. Scenery sets a month window. So you've got a month window no matter what. The difference is, do you decide 1 year or a spread of years? And 1950, there's a very specific set of things that make 1950 unique.
Break.
Oh.
Whew. I've been trying for 5 minutes to get in here.
Sorry.
I just wanted to say we're running a test, or I'm running a test tonight, getting this thing set up for tomorrow night's show. I got all brand new set up and everything. The guys in the nightly chat room said they didn't mind me airing this just to get things set up. I appreciate that. And let you guys kind of see what our nightly chat room looks like. Maybe you'll be interested.
No children have been harmed in the process of this video. No animals.
Maybe a few here.
Yeah. But, let you guys see what the nightly chat room is like. So maybe you'll join us some night for a little chat and banter and ribbing and whatever else.
Maybe you can help me keep Andy in line.
It's a full-time job, or Ralph thinks it is.
All right, so we'll see you guys tomorrow night, usual time. What is it? 10 p.m.
Yep.
10
p.m. Eastern.
That's right.
Yeah, 10 p.m. Eastern time. So, be on the live channel, not on this channel. But all right, appreciate it. So I'm going to shut this thing down. Nightly chat will continue on. So y'all have a good one. See you tomorrow night.